Hello family, my name is Oyama Mdleleni. I am a purpose coach. Welcome to my YouTube channel. On this channel, we talk about God's people, God's promises, and God's principles. If it's your first time tuning in, welcome, and I hope you can stay and subscribe to the channel. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you for the continued support. Today, I will be talking about why I think God did not choose the animal to be the comparable helper for Adam. I am reading from the New King James Version. I'll be reading from the book of Genesis, chapter 2, verse 18 to verse 20. It reads as follows, "And the Lord God said, It is not good that man should be alone. I will make him a helper comparable to him. Out of the ground the Lord God formed every beast of the field and every bird of the air, and brought them to Adam to see what he would call them. And whatever Adam called each living creature, that was its name. So Adam gave names to all cattle, to the birds of the air, and to every beast of the field. But for Adam there was not found a helper comparable to him." So I've identified three things that I think were the reason why the animals were not comparable to be Adam's help. Firstly is that God tells us when he created Adam, he formed him from the dust, from the ground, and then God breathed through his nostrils and gave him the breath of life. Now that is how he became a living being. So, but now when he creates the animals, he forms them from the dust, but the Bible doesn't tell us that now God breathed life to the animals or to the living creatures. So there's a difference there, that now Adam is God breathes his own breath on Adam and gives him the breath of life, but he does not do the same to the animals. So I think that is the first distinction, or the reason why animals were not found to be the comparable helper for Adam, is because there's a difference there. Adam, there's no connection in terms of, there's no soul connection or emotional connection between the two. As Adam is breathed through his nostrils and given the breath of life, but the animals or the living creatures were not. So I think that is the first distinct aspect between the two. And then secondly, I think the reason why God did not find the animals to be a comparable helper for Adam is that the second reason why I think animals were not a comparable helper for Adam is that the animals were coming outside of Adam, were external, as he formed them from the dust, but they were not. There was no physical connection between Adam and the animal, as the animals now were coming outside of him. Because now when God creates Eve, he takes a rib from Adam and creates Eve from that rib. Now that is why now there's this physical connection between the two of them. But with the animals, he's creating the animals outside of Adam. There is no physical connection between the two. Then I think now the third distinction is that even though Adam, the Bible tells us that Adam names the animals, as he's naming them, God is confirming and he's saying each name he gave the animal, that was its name. So God had originally named the animals when he tells Adam to name them. and he confirms what God had already named the animals. So by him just naming the animals and knowing them by name, it doesn't mean that there is a connection, that they are the comparable helper for him. You can know someone by name but not feel any emotional or physical attachment to that person. So knowing someone's name does not necessarily mean that there will be an emotional or physical connection to that individual. We see the same here with Adam and the animals, that as much as he names them, but there is no connection between him and them, as they are also external and also created from the external, and that also the animals, where there's no emotional connection, as the animals, they were not given the breath of God for them to become living beings. So I think those are the three reasons why God could not find the animals as a comparable helper for Adam, is that there is no emotional attachment, there's no emotional connection, there's no physical connection, and also just him knowing them by name doesn't automatically make a connection. It needs to be more than that, it needs to be greater than that. Those are my thoughts. I hope to hear your own thoughts on the comment section below, and I hope you can subscribe and share the video, and also press the bell for any new uploads. I will see you on the next video. Take care. Till next time. Goodbye.